Oh, hey up YouTube. Not started yet today. Yeah, I've had a really leisurely start to the day today, to be honest with you guys. So, lots to do today, and we've got a beautiful day for it. I mean, it's absolutely glorious out there, to the point where I need to slow down a bit because it's too hot. But hey ho, time waits for no man, and neither do the weeds apparently. So we'll be doing some hoeing and raking today. We'll be doing some, I'm going to sow the sweet corn outside. I'm going to risk it. I know it's a chance I'm taking, but I'm going to risk it because we have got cooler nights at the moment, but it needs to go out. It needs to go out, so it's going to have to go out. I'm going to be digging some trenches through some very hard soil. I'm not looking forward to that. What else have we got on the cards today? In fact, I need to finish the drainage into the IBC behind the tank. Loads to do today, loads. I've got a list as long as my arm. So hopefully you like the sounds of all that, and you're going to come along and you're going to join me after this, after the opening sort of thing. And hopefully you're also going to press that subscribe button and that like button, and you're going to comment down below. Hopefully, like I said, I'd love to reach 1,000 before my birthday in early August, so give us an hand, yeah? I'll see you in a bit. Good morning, YouTube. So, first job for today is to assemble this thing. Should be quite simple. Hopefully it doesn't need any whittling. It is designed to go with this. What I don't actually have is some shims, so I'm just going to have to hope it holds. But yeah, this is for digging out the trench out front of the shed where I need to put said trench. Has been a walkway for God knows how many years and how many plot holders before me. I tried to get through it the other day with my spade. It was just, I was getting nowhere fast. It's actually quite sharp. So I took the plumb, I plumbed for it and got one of these. Got it from Tool Station. Relatively cheap actually, to say what it is. We'll see how long it lasts. But I've got a pick end and a mattock end, so hopefully I'll be able to get this tube in and out of the way before I kill someone. So that's going to be the first job for today. Okay, well, excuse me a second. Camera didn't record me digging any of this out, but it was hard work, I'll tell you that. I mean, the pick, even the pick was bouncing off, and the pick's brand new with a sharp point on it. Oh dear me, I'm knackered. So, the purpose behind all this, let me come round here and tell you, is obviously, as you'll have seen in Wednesday's video, I brought the water pipe out the front of the shed and down into the polytunnel, and that's quite a trip hazard. So I had the soil pipe kindly donated by Marcus, and I thought, you know what, it'd be a great idea in this 21 degree heat, which I know isn't hot for some of you out there, some of you viewers, but it is hot for me. I'll dig a 1 foot deep trench on soil that's been used as a path for the best part of at least 4 years. and I'll bury the irrigation tubing. Seemed like a good idea at the time, so that's what I've done. So now all I'm going to do is I've just disconnected it down here, because the thing about this black piping down here, look, is it's not very flexible, so you have to use quite a lot of joints. Otherwise, if you put a kink in the pipe, obviously you're restricting the flow, and you don't want a restricted flow. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to get this hooked back up as neatly as I can. I'm actually going to disconnect it back inside the shed as well and just pull that piping back a little bit. Okay guys, not too sure with anything really where anything's cutting off, so I'll do the best I can. I didn't film all this because, quite frankly, if you can put a jigsaw together, then you can do this. That sounds terribly blasé, but it's true. You know, all you have to think is, you know, this pipe, this stuff, this 13mm LDPE, low density polyethylene, is not very bendy. So when you're doing your planning, as I did, if you know you're going to have a tight corner like out here, budget to put an elbow in. It's going to give you a much better result. Like I said, the less kinks. You don't really want any kinks in this pipeline at all. But I'll use this middle row because this is what I've got piped up. So you've seen the pipe and things, the pump and things coming out of the shed. You've seen me bury the pipe coming into the polytunnel. And then all that happens is I've done it in a single circuit, okay? So it goes along the back, along there, along the back, and then up this side. Okay. Now, I'm going to use the centre as a because all I've done here to keep it a continuous circuit is I've put a T-junction in there, up to an elbow because it's a tight corner, as I've said, and then along. And all these are, try and make it, I don't know if the camera can see it, but this is 13mm LDPE. You come along, and this stuff, sorry, it's really difficult to try and film this, is a 4mm drip line. Then you've got a 4mm barbed plug or barbed connector coming all the way down, I'm going to film it, to what I've got is a 4 litre per hour pressure compensated dripper. You can see there I've got it running at the moment, and that's all it does. Now, this is an automated system in the most basic of terms. It's by no means up to the level of Chili Chomp, and I have shown you this once before, but all I've done is I've wired in a simple DC timer, and I've put a couple of programs on this. Now, you'll have to tell me in the comments whether my maths is right, but if I've got 4 litre per hour drippers and I run it for 15 minutes, then technically speaking each dripper should drop a litre. And what I've set that to at the moment is Monday to Sunday, so 7 days a week at the moment. That'll change when feeding comes into play, but at the moment 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes at night or in the evening, which should give those tomato plants and the chilies, let me just shut this off now, 2 litres a day. Now obviously there are other plants that are sharing it and things like that, so that's to bear in mind, but I think that's enough water. What do you guys think? Is that enough water? Let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know in the comments below if you would like a full diagram of how all of this is wired, because at the moment it's just a real jumble, and all I'm likely to do is just tack the wires out of the way, and then you'll never see them again. Right, I've got a drip down there, as you can probably see, but I have put a hose clamp on there which I need to fix on, so I'm going to do that now, and then it'll be on. I need a breather out of the sunshine for 10 minutes, so I'm going to clear this bench Next time you see this, it'll be nice and clear, and we're going to sow some seeds. So I'll see you then. So you see the bench is a lot tidier. I'll show you the seeds as I'm doing them. Already showing you sort of the parsnips, they're direct sow. You don't do your parsnips in modules, they don't like being transplanted. So I'm going to do, now we're doing this a couple of ways. I'm going to sow some more of this at home. I'm going to do some in modules. Now from the feel of this seed packet, this is going to be very difficult to do. But I'm going to try and thinly sow some in some modules to get some plug plants, which I'll be able to put around the allotment. And we're also going to distribute so in some larger pots at home. This chamomile is the type that you can make tea out of, so that's why I'm growing it. The missus loves chamomile tea. So let's have a look at these seeds. I said these are going to be tiny. They're going to be absolutely wow. Okay, yeah, as suspected, there's a slight breeze, these are going to blow away. Absolutely tiny. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of this, what appears to be dust, on the tops of these modules. Cover it quite thinly with compost. Fold that packet up because that's going home with me to sow at home. Throw it really thinly. Actually, I probably would have been better covering this with just vermiculite, but I've started, so I'll finish. And then got some of these bottle toppers down here. These things are great, they really are. And I'm just going to wet the top down. I'm not giving them the proper watering because what I've got outside is a gravel tray. Also, actually, with DT Brown, I did get an email saying I wasn't going to get any of these, but they came. So happy days, some free plant labels, which is always nice. It's a nice little extra one up. There'll be some more little gems. I've actually got one or two little gems to plant out from some old seed that I sowed. Didn't germinate very well. I'll show you these seeds as well. Once again, they are tiny, but these actually look larger than the ones I was sowing that I sowed at the start of the season. Look a lot easier to handle, actually. A lot easier to handle. I'm actually able to single sow these, but I actually want sort of 2 or 3 per module, and obviously you'll prick out the smallest one, but I tend to let them grow on just a little bit, and what I'll do with them is I'll let them grow on a little bit and I'll just eat them. There's no point binning them. And you'll get, of your little gems, if you've got a greenhouse or a polytunnel, you'll get a couple of sowings of them a year. They're a really fast little vegetable crop. About 70 days, I think, from germination to harvest. Once again, guys, remember to label your seed trays. I've got some cabbage red flare F1, and we were looking at the pictures because my red cabbage seeds were really massively out of date, but I tried to germinate them anyway, as you do. Didn't get anything, so we bought some more. We were looking on DT Brown, and the picture of this, the cabbage is stunningly red, so hopefully we'll have a really nice red cabbage. But yes, so they're going in next. Not many seeds of these because they're F1, although there's more than enough for what I need. Once again, I'll show you the seeds. Quite handleable, quite manageable to single sow. With an F1 seed, there shouldn't really be a need to multi-sow. But at the end of the day, I do sow a lot more modules than I would need. I wouldn't put out all 12 cabbages, not in one go. So if I do end up with extras, I either give them away or, eat them as microgreens. So first one up is squash, summer squash, Sunburst F1. It's a patty pan variety of squash, which is not too dissimilar to a courgette, just a different shape. My kids won't eat courgettes, but they go mental for the patty pans. Now, I've got 10 seeds. I sow all of these because, well, I won't need them all, but patty pan I found is one of them that you can always give away. So I'm on the side. I don't know how true it is, but it is something I've done for a long time. Any sort of these flat seeds. Did I show you the seeds? I sow on the sides, and the thinking is that it helps prevent them from rotting off. I'm regretting moistening down this compost now, because the water can't sit on top of the seed. That's the thinking anyway. I don't know how right it is, but I've done it and not had a problem with rotting off, so why change? And then these, I'm going to sow plenty of these as well. In fact, there's only 10 seeds, so I'll sow them all. Just like uchikuri is a type of pumpkin, so they just look like a pumpkin seed. And because I've got space, I'll leave a gap. I am normally a stickler for not leaving gaps in a tray, but in this instance I haven't really got anything else. I could sow something for the sake of sowing something, but I'm not into that either, so I'm not going to do that either. So once again, we'll give them another soaking because it really didn't pull much water up at all. This is once again going to go sit outside in the lukewarm water in a tray to soak up as much as I can. And obviously I'm actually going to label those before I forget which is which. Guess I kind of already am, I'll be honest. If I can't be honest with you guys, who can I be honest with, eh? So we've got Sunburst squash, squash, come on, in you go. Go there. Fine, go there then. And then we've got, oh god, I'm never going to spell this, uchikigori. So it sounds like the seeds in there. No, there isn't. I heard a lot of good things about this squash, so let me know. What have you guys grown it? How did you find it? What did you do with it? As per usual, I let Mrs. Shed look for the seeds to grow, and she went, oh, these look nice, we're going to have these. Well, what do you want me to do with them once they've grown? I don't know. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you've done with uchikiguri before, because I've got no idea. But that's the seed sown. It's not cooled down one iota outside, so happy days. I'm going to go back out into the hot sun. My thermometer inside the shed, which reads the temperature at the solar panels, is saying it's 33 degrees in the sun. Dear me. Right, anyway guys, that's the seeds done. So next job is going to be to go prep a space for the parsnips. So I'll see you outside in a bit. Okay guys, what you've hopefully just seen me do is hoe off all of that. So all those tufts of greens are things that are now, well, pretty much all are now things that are supposed to be there. And then all I've done down here is I've just prepared 2 little rows for some parsnip sowing. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to sprinkle some in the bottom of the rows. You'll see it on the time lapse, but I'm not going to talk about it as I'm doing it. I'm just going to time lapse it. I'm going to sprinkle some fish blood and bone into the trenches and onto the soil that's going to be mounded on top. And then I'm just going to cover them back over. With parsnips, you literally just distribute the seeds, just sprinkle them in, not too thinly either, because parsnips have a sketchy germination. So you want to actually be quite heavy. This packet I think I've got has got 450 seeds in it. These trenches are about 8 to 10 feet long, and I'll probably use all the seeds. It's pointless when it comes to parsnip seeds keeping any of them, because they don't keep for the following year. So you might as well use them up. So I'll probably throw them all in, and the strongest will survive. I'm not going to bother thinning or anything like that, just the strongest will survive. So you'll see me do it on the time lapse. I'm not, like I say, I'm not going to talk you through it. The winds are getting up a little bit. So yeah, I'm going to crack on. I'm going to get these parsnips in, and then next to them, or somewhere around this space, I'm going to take the plunge. I'm going to hoe it all off. I know these are all volunteer potatoes, but I don't want them. And I'm going to put in my sweetcorn. It needs to go out. It's desperate to get out of its root trainers, so it's going out. I'm going to risk it. I know that there's supposedly some sketchy weather coming in the next few days, but if it stays in the root trainers, it's going to die. If it frosts, it's going to die. I stand a better chance of it surviving outside, so that's next job. But I'm just going to march down to the shop just quickly and get myself a bottle of pop, because I'm absolutely gasping. So I'll see you in a bit, guys. Well guys, I've no idea what this video is going to be like, but I am well and truly defeated today. I've been down here, time we on. I've been down here nearly 8 hours, non-stop, doing stuff, and it's got to the end of the day, and I was doing the guttering, and it's defeated me, and I just don't have the strength to go take it all off again and go up and down that ladder one more time. So I am done in for today, guys. But it's been a good day. We've got the parsnips in, we've got some beetroot in, we've got the sweet corn planted out, we've got the sweet peppers planted out, I got the irrigation sorted. I'm just waiting on some more 4 mil supply line. I got the trench and the supply pipe for the irrigation dug in, so that's not going to get crumpled. We've got some seeds sown. Need to put them in greenhouse before I go, and I need to water in the parsnip seeds before I go as well. I forgot to do that. I hope you enjoy this one, guys, because it has defeated me well and truly. I'll be back on Thursday. What day is it today? Is it Wednesday? It's Wednesday today. I'll be back Thursday, Friday, but for now and for the next 24 hours, it's home, Epsom salt bath, some dinner, because I've not eaten since breakfast actually, and sleep. Hopefully get a lay in the morning, guys, eh? So yeah, hopefully this comes together as a good video. I shall spend some time tomorrow editing it as opposed to rushing it tonight. Hopefully it comes together as a good video for you guys. I really do hope it does. I hope it's a good vlog. Next few videos, tell me if you see a noticeable quality increase, because they may be on my new phone. I don't know. I'm always a bit iffy when you get a new phone about bringing it down the plot, and I've got a really spangly new phone, so I might stick on this one for the time being, at least for the recording. Oh, 9 o'clock. That's good. That's my pump kicking in to water my plants for the next 10 minutes. Guys, I'll see you later.